title of this video drew you, then dear Divine, I welcome you with the biggest, warmest hug, because being a caterpillar in your cocoon is a scary, lonely time. You are losing all that you've known yourself to be, all that you may have attached to that, physical and not, emotional, mental, etc. And you are at some point of the process in transforming into a butterfly, evolving yourself into a next phase in your divine evolution possible on this earth in this lifetime. You are here moving through these necessary, divinely grounded processes, unfoldings, and I wish to offer you what was offered to me as I also have undergone my transformation. And so I have some cards from a deck that I've been using recently. And before we dive in, I'd like to cleanse the energy of our space, this time and space, this sacred time and space you and I are sharing now. I'd like to cleanse this space and read an invocation from the guidebook of the tarot deck I've been using. Please settle in. Know that you are held in the midst of all this stagnancy and loss you may deeply feel and find yourself in. O Earth Mother, thou of uncounted names and faces, thou of the many-faceted nature in and above all, nature incarnate, love and life fulfilled, look favorably upon this place. Grace us with your presence. Inspire and infuse us with your powers by all the names by which you have been known, O Earth Mother, come unto us. I call in the energies of the sacred mother, the cosmic divine mother that is birthed us all, is present in us all, now and always. because that is the age that is being ushered into place at this time and space from which I am speaking to you. And I am called to align with the ushering, with the facilitation, the stewarding of sacred femininity back her power. And so I was guided to this deck and bought this deck, and I'm forming a relationship with this deck, and I'm uncovering deeper connection and unraveling of divine feminine essence in the form of ancient embodied wisdom that is coming to me more consciously as knowledge and as something that I can digest and apply and now share, and hope that this may be an offering to you through me as it was an offering to me as I underwent my stages of loss, to now be able to be the me that I am in front of you right now. Bruised and beaten, weary, but I'll add, before the but, I'll add, seemingly alone, but more deeply connected, more deeply one than I've been. And so let's dive in. These cards I'm looking at in front of me were presented to me at different stages in my caterpillar to butterfly experience recently, and they did not make clear sense to me until I have moved through the process and viewed the cards together and rearranged and received, while also having applied the knowledge received. Because this is only, the cards are only a reflection of what is. The cards helped me confirm the wisdom I was tapping into through my process, and have confirmed it so that I can now trust in sharing it with you. So here we are in the dark, in the depths of our shadows, our grief, our pain, our trauma, our wounds, our losses, our injustices, known and recently deeply uncovered. That is this process. At least that's what it feels like, the most potent aspects of it. Yet, Goddess Pele, thank you, Goddess Pele is here. Goddess Pele comes first to me to show that we are being birthed through her. This is the Hawaiian goddess who is of or is the power, the energy, the magnificence of a volcano, the righteousness, the fury of a volcano and its fires. Goddess Pele represents divine fires, destruction that is made divine, because from the destruction can we reclaim all that we've could have ever been but didn't know under the shackles of what has been. So even though we feel like we are being burned and squeezed endlessly, relentlessly in waves that we are maybe feeling in some way, the waves increasing and decreasing, forming some kind of intuitive knowing of maybe I'm near the end, but being unsure. Like all that whole process can be so devastating, miserable. Yet we are being asked to not zone in on the most potent aspects, to zone out and see Goddess Pele here, the mother who is literally all around us. We are in her womb being rebirthed so that we can fly beyond all that we've ever been so far. And that comes the Ten of Cups. This represents us right out of the womb of Goddess Pele once we are done, once we are finished, fully developed, fully forged by fire. Do we come out with the deepest, brightest purity of our divinity embodied, grounded onto this earth, literally heaven on earth, through us, our being, our existence, our creation. Through each rebirth, do we ever purify closer and closer to us personally experiencing our highest timeline, heaven on earth. So Goddess Pele introduces us to the grand design of what feels like such a terrible time. And 4 more goddesses have come to share their offerings of ancient wisdom through the process of the rebirth. Okay. Goddess Uzume. Goddess Uzume is the Japanese goddess who lives wild and free and dances through the cosmos with careless abandon. so much so that her joy is contagious amongst all the other gods. Goddess Uzume comes to offer you the reminder, the blessing that you are ready. You are ready for this. From the start of the darkness, whatever that looked like for you, whenever that unfolded for you. From the start of these losses of who you are and what you have. You were ready to lose. You were ready to evolve. You were already feeling that your lived reality that your lived reality was becoming confining for the vastness that you were uncovering you to be. You were ready for a rebirth. It just means the loss of everything that you have known yourself to have and be. So Goddess Uzume emphasizes, you're ready. Dance, be at ease through the forging fires that surround you. Next comes Goddess Isha, the ancient Mayan goddess of fertility, childbirth, Goddess Isha. She offers you the wisdom, the emphasis that all that is being lost can be replaced with something more divinely aligned with the you are dreaming yourself you can be. They are only attachments to aspects of identity or external aspects of identity, people, places, things, endeavors, accomplishments. They're all mass, and the universe is abundant with opportunity, possibility. We are infinite souls that can release the burdens, the shackles of all that we've been, and embrace our potentiality. That is the process of birth itself. Abandoning being purely a soul, purely of high essence, divine essence, to be birthed as a human. That is birth. And this is birth. Shedding all that we've known ourselves to be up until now, to become evermore. We're just being rebirthed. No need to worry, no need to sustain anxiety. No need to focus on what's next, what outcome will be. Trust in the unfolding. Trust that what is happening now is divine. Otherwise, it would not be. Because it truly will feel like death. And we must trust that even this death is divine. Because forests are infinite in a way. There's always life, but there's always the progression of life happening at once. Life growing, being birthed, growing and dying, decaying. The seasons fluctuate in a similar process of birth and decay. So do we. We are nature embodied. Death is divine, no matter how scary it looks and feels, and devastating the losses. Goddess Kali is here with us. And Goddess Kali wishes for me to read the guidebook on her card. Goddess Kali, the fierce ancient Hindu goddess, is the very power of death and resurrection. She devours time and transcends all form. She brings massive and total transition. Kali is the dancing goddess who has the power to destroy all life and yet is the liberated deity who is free from all attachment to form. Kali's uncontrollable force of destruction heralds massive and often sudden transformation, bringing ultimate freedom from the human condition. Her red tongue consumes all. And the lifeless heads that adorn her symbolize the destruction of ignorance and beginning of wisdom. The severed head in her hand symbolizes the disconnect from false knowledge and illusion that result from addiction to the world of form. Kali assists you in facing your fear of pain and loss, that you may be free to receive her protection and move forward. During times in your life when it seems your world is coming to an end, Kali provides the constant reassurance that through the Scorpio cycles of death and destruction of outmoded form, rebirth comes. Through the shedding of what no longer serves you comes ultimate freedom. Caterpillar to butterfly, this death is the process, the divine, natural process. Be at ease. You are being stewarded through this rebirth by Goddess Kali herself. And Mother Gaia greets you at your birth, oversees the process, and allows you to then experience flight beyond your wildest dreams, beyond the you that has been into abundance, into a deeper sense of oneness with the you more deeply through your soul that is possible here on earth, that maybe you've forgotten is there. Do you feel like you are held now, maybe, by the Divine Mother, by all these different aspects through the different goddesses of the Divine Mother herself that oversees all things? We are endlessly in her womb, I would say. We endlessly are surrounded by all that we need, and we endlessly are all that we need. The wisdom is within us if we allow surrender, if we flow with the unfolding, the divine flow of what is now.